It appears that the reverberations of that recent BBC documentary all about our British princes and the worldwide international media show no signs of slowing down, but this particular segment really created quite a lot of interest, and as ever it features Meghan Markle and the former royal known as His Royal Highness Prince Harry. But what did they do allegedly to upset the British royal family even more, if that were possible? Hi, good morning, Neil Sean here in the heart of London. Lovely to see you today. I love the fact that I did find out a lot of you are, of course, sipping coffee, tea, perhaps hot chocolate late at night, all having Tim Tams or digestives, whatever you're having. Yes, I can truly see you. If only we could, eh? I'd be having, what would I have now? Probably at this time of the day, a nice relaxing cappuccino, lots of froth and a little bit of chocolate powder on top. So when we do meet, that's basically my order. Hope you understand. Back as ever though to your breaking royal story of the day. Now it's interesting to note, as I often say here on the show, that that particular documentary created quite a fuss. Now, having watched elements of it myself, I'm so pleased, as I say, that I declined to take part. The reasons why I didn't really like the idea of the documentary was there was nothing new. And I also think as well, when you think about it, there's a fabulous YouTube sort of interview online all about royal contributors who lie. Check it out, it's incredible in fact, because you see these people, I think I've mentioned it before, who are so revered that keep getting booked and booked and booked on TV shows, and they've openly claimed on this particular documentary it was a setup by some pranksters, that they'd actually not seen the interview but were going to comment about it anyway. And in particular when you see some of the names you think, really, you did this for money? But back as ever to the story in hand about the BBC doc. Now, we didn't really learn that much. There was a lot of hype, and you could understand a statement, of course, from the combined palaces of Clarence House, Buckingham Palace, and of course Kensington Palace, basically deriding the fact that the BBC were, well, helping speculate all of these lies and myths. But what really, I think, upset insiders at the palace was this. They were upset because it was then brought up, of course, the very thorny and delicate subject about the ongoing bullying claims from ex-staff that worked alongside the former royals, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, during their time at Frogmore Cottage, and of course while living for a nanosecond inside Kensington Palace. Now it's interesting because the BBC wheeled out the lawyer from Shillings, which is a very big law firm here in London, and they brought this particular lady out who was very glamorous, only on really for about 20 seconds, to basically claim that all the bullying claims were totally false. Now there was no side on that, there was no other person interviewed about that particular segment. There were some, of course, royal reporters who were acting on sources who they couldn't reveal, as is always the case. But if that was the case, why would you simply bring out the lawyer for Harry and Meghan? It just seems stupid. Now here, as ever, for me is where it got interesting, because for the lawyer to appear on television, she would have had to get that cleared by the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, otherwise known as Meghan and H, as she likes to call him. Now, of course, for her to get her side of the story across, and for him, this was kind of vital, but didn't really serve any purpose other than, of course, stoking the fire once again. Now, as we know, the presenter in question couldn't ask the lawyer too many things because this is still an ongoing, well, case, trial, whatever you want to call it, investigation. It's far from concluded now, and given the fact that, of course, the former aide Jason has revealed also that Meghan had a lapse of memory while helping seemingly with that book, and as ever, allegedly, it does sort of say, well, what was the point, as I say, of bringing the lawyer out? Could it be, of course, to antagonise members of the British monarchy over here again? Because, of course, it did put Harry and Meghan centre stage once again in a British documentary on primetime, talking about how difficult it's been for them, and of course trying to clear their name. That will be done in due course, and we're not sure of the outcome yet. As I say, it's still very much an active, ongoing case. But as I say, whatever you may think of Harry and Meghan, their teams seemingly are very hot in making sure that they get their side of the story out, while others, like of course William and Catherine and the former staff that worked for them, have to remain silent. Interesting, don't you think? Neil Sean in the heart of London.